Let's talk tables and DIY weddings. There is a surprising amount of creativity here and a lot of decisions regarding food and type of service. A reoccurring theme that I will keep coming back to is that the planning is done well ahead of the actual day, involves the support of your team, physically, mentally, emotionally, with the level of delegation that you are comfortable with, and a communications plan. Here are some images of table setups so you can see the range. And, of course, if you have another creative idea, don't feel constrained. So I love what this couple did. I thought it was brilliant. And we also had a couple who just did charcuterie. So there were no actual, formal setup tables. Let's talk manpower. I would suggest 1 to 2 people per table. This might seem like a lot, but especially if you're doing flowers, you'd be surprised. For organizational purposes, something that I have seen that worked really well is a bin with all the items that go on the table. Communicate before the event where that bin will be located. Put the name of the person responsible and an image of the finished product. Here at Mitchell Grove, we also allow you to set up the day before, as this takes a lot of the time pressure off. However, when it comes to tables, there is something you need to consider. It's called the dew point, unless you're setting up, of course, in the hall. Actually set the tables the morning on the day of, so they don't have to worry about the dew. Some couples just figure out it'll get dry by the time they sit down to eat. And some couples use these dollar store tablecloths to keep the dew off the table. I thought this was pretty brilliant. It's always better to give as much time as you can to get it done, as it helps with the stress level of your team. It also helps to clearly communicate your expectations. Delegate to the level you're comfortable with, and communicate those expectations before the day of your wedding, and let your team know your level of involvement, whatever that is. I always recommend that you don't have to sign off on every little detail. I say this just to help you manage fatigue. Make sure to provide for your team's physical needs. Make sure there's food, water, a place to cool down or warm up, depending on the weather, babysitters for any children so your team can focus, and feel free to share this video with your table team. I would suggest talking with whoever is delivering the tables about dropping the tables near where the reception is going to be, as this will save your team steps. Not all delivery companies will do this. And after your team finishes with the table setup, I would release them to have fun and socialize, as setting up tables is a lot, especially if they're also doing the flowers. If you're starting to feel like maybe you don't have enough people for this, that's okay. It's okay to hire help. Wedding vendors are amazing. And these videos are just a guide. Mostly, I just want your teams to be able to easily complete their tasks in a non-stressed out fashion with plenty of energy left over for the fun and enjoyment of your wedding. And if you're getting married at Mitchell Grove, we don't mind sharing with you the vendors that have been here and have done a wonderful job. I hope this helps. Happy planning from Mitchell Grove and the DIY Wedding Fairy.